Hello people. Uh, it's been quite a while. I've grown emotionally. As you can see, I changed a lot, and so has my diet. So today I'm going to eat 3 kgs of curd, um, as little time as possible. So as you can see, it says 500 grams, right? So I have one, two, three, and another three here. Okay, so I have 6 packs. My goal is to eat them under 10 minutes, especially to balance out the flavor profile. I'll be having these chips. But yeah, let's see. So, as absurd as my diet may sound, uh, it totally works. You know, I lost fat while eating this much amount of curd. So yeah. Done with one pack. Here's the proof. There's nothing left. Actually, I can suck a bit more. It's weird why I'm even streaming this of all the things I could stream. But I don't know. I'm currently very disappointed with where I am. Not in the greatest shape I can be in. I have a small injury in this hand. My ligament it's strained, sprained, whatever. So I have to recover that. I have some strength goals by end of the year, which I have to meet. And study wise, I have some plans which I have to implement. Especially, I have a plan of writing and publishing a research paper for which I have to work. No, I give myself a deadline of 2 months, which means I have to actually start doing stuff if I actually want to achieve that. But that said, some things we might achieve, some things we might not. But the thing is, I want to get as close as possible to my goals. Uh, and yeah, let's see. This is also like a progress card, you can say. Let's assume that I'm at X and I want to be at Y. So the growth is not linear, it's something like this. So I have to try to make it as linear as possible by eliminating variables. Because come on, this is not a stock market where eliminating variables is impossible. So like I can eliminate a lot of variables which I am working towards. I'll probably stream something like this again at the end of this month or around the same time next month. So yeah, let's see. Let's see how satisfied I am with my life. Wow, I love God. Even God loves humans, but does he love me? Because humans are a collective species and humanity is a concept. But you take an individual. Now you're talking about real shit. actions, consequences, sins, deliberation, humiliation, philosophy, choices. So God might love humanity, God might love humans, but he'll never love an individual for real. Ouch, I'm getting a heart attack. Please help. Ah, damn. 5 minutes for me to get into two packs. I've gotten weak, I guess. But yeah, let's see. It's 25, right? 30, I think it might not be possible. Maybe 35, 40. Usually it takes me 1 minute to get into those two packs. So this is the third pack. Once again, let's get into serious mode. Yeah. No air in the stomach. Ouch. This pack was bad. It tasted bad. It's still there. Why the hell did it taste it? No. I think it was the one I purchased few days back. Like 4 days back, I think. Not great. Not recommended. I think I'll end the stream here. Have a nice day. I'll really be admitted in a hospital. I never try eating more than 2 kgs in a day. Maybe I can eat two and a half in a day. That's the highest I've eaten in a day. But in a single sitting, I have never crossed more than 1.5 kgs. So this is actually going to double my record in a single sitting. I just hope my parents don't watch this stream. Ouch. That was bad. Ah. Kind of surprising, to be honest, with the kind of diet I've chosen. As you can see, the background has changed because I've changed houses. I'm at my new home. It's been a year since I've shifted. Also, yeah, I'm a weightlifter right now. More at the recreational lifter phase than a competitive weightlifter phase. But soon I'll be progressing into intermediate competitive weightlifter, and from there, I want to be an elite weightlifter. But if that doesn't work out, I'll just go do CrossFit. I'll be doing a triathlon on Monday, and I'll be doing weightlifting on Wednesday, and I'll be doing general cardio on Tuesday. People can't do that. And just kidding, even I can't do that. Nobody can do that. I have never done a triathlon. I have never done a marathon itself. My best was when someone forced me to run 1 kilometer under 6 minutes or something. Not bad, not great. Mm, I heard a dude ran 5 kilometers in 15 minutes. That's like 3 minutes per kilometer, which is like he must be high on something. This was at an event, at a state sponsored event. Uh, I basically ran like what? Uh, Maybe a half a kilometer. That I was actually walking and not running. Okay. I just went, I took my medal, which I'm not supposed to take because I haven't started the race. I just joined in the middle. I went, I took a snack box which they gave to all the finishers and this medal. And yeah, so basically that was it. So there were plenty of girls from my college who actually ran, who didn't get the medal, uh, which left them very sad. Uh, Basically, all of them were my classmates, actually. Yeah, all of them were my classmates. And none of them got the medals or the snack box. I felt bad for them. Kind of. I still have that medal. I should have given it to someone else. I promised to give it to someone, but yeah, I never struck through with my promise. So I'm just waiting for the curd to get digested. I mean, in a half kg, I think it will be like what? Around 150, 200 ml. It is just water. Curd is just milk, and milk is just water with some calcium and some other minerals and a bit of casein, protein, and everything. The more I live, the more I start hating protein. Especially protein rich meals. When you start them, it's exciting. Oh, this is so tasty and it has this much protein. I'll definitely enjoy it. You exactly get through half of it. Protein, people don't understand this about protein, uh, which is the reason why, like, protein is highly satiating of all the foods you can eat. If you take about food that fills you without giving you much calories, uh, people usually say whole foods, right? And whole foods, they include a shit ton of protein and shit ton of fiber with a little bit of fats, and also like you'll have carbohydrates. It's impossible to escape carbohydrates, and carbohydrates aren't bad. Especially I came to the gym from an endurance background where I was cycling every day, I was playing basketball, I played cricket for some time. So like those sports, they require high amount of energy, and your muscles can't get that from protein or fiber or fats. You have to feed it carbohydrates. I'm the kind of guy who would snort sugar like cocaine, because sugar inherently isn't bad at all. You can keep consuming sugar and only sugar and lose weight, uh, because like uh, your body will create its non-essential, like your body already creates a bunch of amino acids. There are essential amino acids which you need to externally supply through your diet, for which we have supplements, diet and everything. All this dieting and all, it's to supplement those essential amino acids which your body needs but can't create. Okay. So if you actually eliminate protein from the food, which you won't, which you can't actually. Every food has protein, unless you're taking something like sugar, which is 100% carbohydrate, or oil, which is 100% fat. You know, uh, because as I said, we are talking about whole foods, right? So if you take whole foods, uh, like you can skew these ratios in your favor, but otherwise, like in the endurance case, like for an endurance athlete, let's say you are running a marathon, 26 kilometers, I think, is it 26 or 42? I don't know. Uh, Actually, I have genuinely no idea about marathons or triathlons or anything. But like they have to do a shit ton of work in a limited amount of time. And like let's assume people run for 3 hours, some people run for 4 hours. Uh, you know, like sometimes these things will last very long, and sugar is the best thing you can have in that case. You mix it with some water, you drink it, it immediately gets into your bloodstream. Your muscle will be able to continue doing the work it has started. So like it works for them, it will also work for us, but we have to work differently. You can't sit around like this lazing around eating chips and not doing any work. But otherwise, you can purely eat sugar for 1 or 2 weeks, while whilst maintaining your physical workouts. Go to the gym, do your lifting, or do water sport. Yeah, you can take only purely sugar. And okay, please don't do this. I'm just theorizing because of that's what is my understanding. Like you can take pure carbohydrates. In this scenario, it's sugars. Sugar is sucrose. That's a pure carbohydrate. Glucose plus fructose combined together, you get sucrose. Great stuff. So you can eat that. Your body will still maintain its muscle because you are using it. So you can inherently lose weight while eating sugar and working out. Eat only sugar and work out. You lose your fat probably because your body needs alternate source of energy. So for this to work, you should be in a calorie deficit. Let's say your maintenance is somewhere around 2200, which is the most common maintenance. For someone like me, it's somewhere around 25 to 27, because I'm a very, very, very over enthusiastic guy. Uh, and also I am overweight. So considering for that, if someone is lean at my body weight, they would actually have a higher what do you say, basal metabolic rate. So like uh, if your maintenance is at 2200, you eat 2000 calories of pure sugar, you work out and you sleep well, you'll probably lose some fat because those 200 that you need, your body goes for the fat. But the thing with this is, these kinds of diets, they're unsustainable. Basically, it's like you take a ketone diet, but instead of having fats, you have sugars. So one of the flaws with this would be like, ketone. It's forcing your body to burn fats, and also it teaches your body how to process fats better. But keto diet, it's beneficial, but you can't do it more than 3 days. And after, like, you can starve yourself for 3 days, and after that you can get onto the keto diet and continue burning off your fat. But I can't actually properly theorize the same with this, because sugar, you're inherently already supplying carbohydrate, so deficit is the only manner you can create. So you're giving good amounts of glycogen into the blood, and also like you're just borrowing a little bit, which might or might not work out. I don't know how sound this thing is. People can ask ChatGPT or Google Gemini AI or Claude or Grok or whatever AI agent you people use, because it's weird. Like the kind of stuff the human body can do, it's weird, you know. One of the things people should do is they should try studying about the human metabolism to understand its limits, you know. We can live 18 days without eating food, you know. uh, Maybe survive a day or two without water, and maybe, you know, survive at most of 10 minutes in the best case without oxygen. Like in a low oxygen environment, yeah, we'll be shutting down all our systems to conserve our body. But you know, like, your body is something that tries to preserve and maintain it. Like human bodies, they don't accept change easily. They want stability. That's the reason it's hard to actually uh, be elite at a sport or be good at something physical, because the kind of demand you're putting on your body was never meant to do that. It isn't prepared, you know. But the thing is, it can do that if you know how to exploit it. That's the beauty of the human body, you know. Like, the only thing human body is actually built for is endurance, you know. We can run for shit ton of time, you know. There have been instances where we have chased prey for days and days before we tired them of exhaustion and then killed them. So, like, endurance is one thing that our body is good at. So, we can start training that. But all this strength and all these are characteristics that have evolved later, because of which, you know, uh, people don't understand that easily. So, it's easier to get into sports where endurance and stamina is required rather than strength. Strength sports are harder because they put the load on the body in a different manner, you know, something that we were not meant to do evolutionarily. So, like, and also fat, you know, people get fat because that's how evolution is meant, you know. Food was not abundant. You had to hunt, or, you know, it was seasonal. So you used to store everything in your fat, and then once the drought came in, or once the food shortage kicks in, your fat keeps you strong enough to survive through that time. So, like, fat has a evolutionary basis, or strength or endurance have an evolutionary basis. It's just that, you know, your peak physique or your peak performance is determined by how well you understand these things. Right now, I understand them. Like, I understand endurance at a good level, but the thing is, I hate running. I hate doing anything related to cardio because I'm lazy. And, you know, I like strength, but the thing is, you can't have the one without other. Cardiovascular exercises, they improve your aerobic capacity, and they're very good actually, in terms of building your work capacity. And also, like, running, it improves your tendon stiffness, but for that you need to be running on either asphalt or gravel, or on plain muddy roads, you know. Like, run on soft surfaces, you know. If you're running on cement, concrete and all, please have a orthopedic surgeon ready to get your knee surgery done. Uh, because, you know, I have seen many run clubs, they make people run on concrete, and half the roads in the city are concrete, you know. So it's like, run clubs are another shit thing, you know. It's more about socialization and less about running. Not saying about all run clubs, but quite a few ones that I've come across on the internet, you know. At least that's what is the perspective about them. Which, it's like, yeah, complicated, you know. It's like saying going to a gym which has all this sauna, ABCD, XYZ, you know. It's more about relaxation and luxury rather than working out. Because, you know, like the guys who work out, right? They go to the gym, they go home, maybe they get a massage, once a week or something, and they just sleep. All the people who have the time to spare for all this, like, yeah, demands change from sport to sport, like for bodybuilding, a sauna might be good because it flushes out the water from the muscle and makes them look cleaner on stage. But again, I'm being bashed because I'm a weightlifting athlete and my understanding is different. I actually should refer to one of my friends who does powerlifting and bodybuilding. Like, I have a lot of powerlifting friends. Wow, this is a deep shit. I was supposed to just eat curd. What the hell am I doing? Ouch. My body wants to vomit that out. I'll be probably changing the name of the stream. Why I only ate 2 kgs of curd when I said I'll eat 3. Ah, horrible. I feel horrible. No. This means I'll have 2.5 kgs left in the fridge. Not bad. Doctor, please save me. Ah. So yeah, like also we have one thing that I'm very impressed about in the gym is this uh, system of RPE, rate of perceived exertion. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much effort did you feel like you had to put in, Uh, RPE 8 would be like, uh, I had only 2 reps in reserve. Actually, reps in reserve is much better than RPE in my opinion, because RPE can be flawed while reps in reserve can be, quite uh, straightforward. Because RP, let's say you take my 10 rep max. First of all, you have to find my 10 rep max, right? Oh, wow, my voice is skewed. So you have to find my 10 rep max, and I'll do a high effort lift, and I have to compare that. How difficult did it feel? Like, did it feel like the same level of tiredness when I did 7 reps at my standard, or like 8 reps at my standard? Basically, it gives you like 2 reps in reserve, 1 rep in reserve, or full exertion. But I feel like reps in reserve is much, much, much better, and people should start using RIR instead of RPE, or you can use something that is combination of this both, RIP, which is something that I'm going to be because of this pack. Okay, I'm throwing these two in the fridge. I'm done for this stream. 30 minutes of me blabbering and almost killing myself. Actually, not almost. I killed myself. Okay, I didn't die, but still. So yeah, I come from an endurance background, so I don't demonize sugar like other people, but it also makes it hard for me to get onto a diet. So I'm like, come on, it's just sugar. I have very casual attitude towards it. I don't count my calories like others do. There's one solution, with me doing all this strength and maintaining my protein and everything. I can eat sugar as much as I want, but I have to increase my cardio, No, actually, my coach is very goated. My coach is great. I love my coach. He's a great guy. He's a great athlete too. In fact, it's almost inspiring watching him do stuff that I want to do. I learn a lot just by watching him. So, like, yeah, I have this hero worship. I come from this hero worship culture, so instead of hero, I worship a athlete. That's the only change. Actually, yeah, India is a culture that worships athletes too, but only if they're from cricket. I don't remember one wrestler. They made a movie, Dangal, and even after that, I don't remember one wrestler. I know this one guy, Manek Sanyan from Armenia, I guess. And then you have this Russian dude, 6 feet, Alexander Karelov, something is his name. Karelin, yeah. Alexander Alexandrovich Karelin, yeah. I thought Karelov was his name. At least I remember. So that guy, and then like Brock Lesnar, because WWE. Uh, Actually, I have seen clips of him playing the D1, how they found him and all. Pretty dope stuff. But yeah, you ask me Indian athlete's name. Maybe I can say one or two names. Bajrang Poonia, I guess. Even if there was standout performance of any other sport in India, people probably wouldn't remember. Like weightlifter, male weightlifter, I remember none. You know, uh, Female lifters, there are Karnam Malleswari, Mirabai Chanu. Then you have, I think she was an old lady. I don't remember her name. Some Kunjarani Devi or something. Male lifters. There is this one guy I know from, I think he's from Northeast. Uh, but yeah, he lifts pretty good. I think he lifts like 125 snatch or something. Was that? No, I think he lifts more than that. Okay, so I think his name is Lal Rinanga or something. But yeah, he is a pretty dope guy. Great lifts. I don't know his body weight category though, but he's a sick lifter. I like him. His technique is flawless. I think he does a no foot snatch. Uh, I struggle with my snatch. Those snatch is my favorite lift. Like, technically speaking, it's not that difficult to be honest, but mastering it kills you from the top. You know, you need to have overhead stability. You need to have mobility. Whenever I snatch, I have pain here. This is my right elbow. I have pain here. So, it's weird for me when I catch. Uh, and also, my pull is uneven. I pull more on one side and the other side follows. It's like there's a mistiming. So, I have to fix all this. Especially with my injuries, it has started to show up even more. Like you can see that whenever I pull, this hand tends to come up faster than this hand. So to solve this issue, what I did was I pull just enough and then drop under. I have a very active drop under instead of pull higher and then right down uh, and get under. Like that works if you have a strong upper body. My upper body is weak as hell. The amount of volume I have done my lower body work, I think I might have done maybe like 60% or 70% of the time my upper body. I'm very bad with my upper body, you know. I have 45 kg shoulder press, 50 kg, like 45 kg strict press, 60 kg push press, 65 kgs power jerk. Okay. I have done split jerk to at 65, so yeah. Let's say my jerk is 65. My failed jerk is at 72.5. I had arm bend, so yeah. But overall, you know, like I am a very, very, very basic lifter, you know. My total is somewhere close to 120. I have to find that one sweet spot where my total becomes 123. Just a flex 1, 2, 3. That's it. Nothing more. You know, I would like to have a total of 234 or 345. I can't lift 456. That's humanly not possible unless I am Lasha Talahadsi. He's a very, very, very inspiring lifter, you know. I'm supposed to be asleep. It's 1:56. What am I doing? I may creep, I may weirdo. What the hell is wrong with me? I don't belong here. I don't know why I sang that. Only the last two parts are relevant. The first two parts are just for the sake of continuity. In my defense honor, it was a song. This is how regret looks like. I've been streaming for 40 minutes just to eat 2 kgs of curd. Well, I thought I would eat 3 kgs. You know, maybe I'll probably delete this stream or make it unlisted, you know. I don't want people finding out. Nah, 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 nah. That's very painful. Actually, I don't care. You know, I think I'll start a very, very, very detailed sports science uh, series on this channel because why not? And also, it will be tracking my progress, you know, and it will be more structured. It will be much more cleaner because I'll edit it out. I don't want half of me yapping, half of me doing stuff out of context. And yeah, and there will also be gaming streams, hopefully, or at least recordings, you know, if not the streams, because why not? Why not? I have another laptop on which I'll be streaming, and this will be just, you know, like this will just be the one I'll play on and code on, you know. Actually, I should get done with my research before I start gaming and all again, you know. Like, that's my priority. Damn, I had a lot of dreams. I wanted to build my own OS. The Great OS, that's the name. Great Operating System. Um Probably, I'll probably work on it sooner or later, you know. I don't want to give up on my dreams, though they might be impossible, you know. It's better to try and fail rather than not try, you know. At least my GitHub repository will start looking cool. People can continue off the work wherever I left it, you know. But yeah, like, uh, so great OS is one of my plans. Getting good at weightlifting is the other one. Getting done with my research is the third. And you know, I have two basic apps in mind which I have to build. So that's like four coding projects plus one personal, like physical journey, you know, and four academic journeys, you know. Actually, one academic journey with four different experiences. Then that's like five things, right? And after that, I want to get back into gaming because why not? So that's the sixth thing. I have six things to do. Not bad, not great. Actually, if I work, I can knock off the first two projects, the apps and all, and I can probably get my Git repositories up. Actually, till date, I never know, and I haven't learned how to use GitHub or LinkedIn. It's been like hardly 1 week since I created my LinkedIn profile, and even that, my a good friend of mine has helped me create that. Thanks to her, because otherwise I would have waited till like third year or something to create my LinkedIn. People hype LinkedIn up, but at the end, you are still, it's like, okay, wait, that's getting too deep. Let me just get done with this pack. I'll end this stream and we can all go home. I guess probably no one will be watching this, and even if you're watching, I won't stop you from watching this. Watch at your own risk. That's what I'll put in the title. I'm regretting this decision. I'm regretting. I am regret. Someone will probably create a sticker out of that. Yeah. Me trying to imitate the Green Goblin face, but I'm not William Dafoe. Dude is a good posing guy. I want to pose like him. No, kill me, please. I can't. So yeah, I have to get my 6 hours of sleep. So bye bye. And also, these two packets are unfinished, which means I increased my single sitting record by half kg of curd and not 1.5 kgs, which is two episode of a jump and something that should not be attempted. So yeah, I'll add a lot of disclaimers, but at the end of the day, it's all going to be like try at your own risk. Don't take half of my advice, and the other half is always wrong. So take only the good half of my advice, which probably is somewhere deep down in. Uh, Anyways, as I was telling, so Alzheimer's is a very bad health condition where actually you keep forgetting the stuff you are referencing. So I just wanted to talk about Alzheimer's because Alzheimer's is somewhere where you keep forgetting what you wanted to say. Wait, what was I talking? Oh, strange guy attempt to eat 3 kgs of. Humans have a lot of capabilities, but me eating 3 kgs of curd is not one of them. So yeah, let me end this stream. I'll just change the title. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm done with this save. So I'm feeling off. I have a lot of stuff to do. Also, I have to sleep. So good night. Bye bye, friends.